It's time now for Fort Stockton High School Prowler Volleyball on KFST, AM and FM, KFSTradio.com, and KFST's YouTube page. Prowler Volleyball is being brought to you by Amistad Motors, Bienvenidos Mexican Food Restaurant, Bucks Loop Center, Pecos County State Bank, The Steakhouse Restaurant, Sawyer Insurance, The First National Bank, Hernandez Sanitation, K-Bob Steakhouse, Citibank, Alamo Tire and Auto Repair, Heritage Funeral Home, M&J Fast Place and Cantina, United Country Real Estate, and by Jones Leasing. Also by Designer Carpets and Interiors, Permian Basin Abstract, the Guadalajara Mexican Grill, Cactus Health Services, Porky's Ice House, Sauceda Family Medicine and Urgent Care, CTG Express, Contessa Ready Mix, Fort Stockton Insurance Agency, Fort Stockton ISD, Ram Country of Fort Stockton, Triple G Oilfield Supply, West Texas Eye Care, West Texas Cinema, RA Radiance Med Spa, and Airlawn Furniture and Appliance, and by BBT. Now stay tuned for Prowler Volleyball.
Hey Panther fans, this is Rudy Franco with Amistad Motors, inviting you to come out and take a look at our pre-owned inventory. We have a good selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. We have several certified pre-owned units that come with an extended warranty. So if you are in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, drive on over to 2110 West Dickinson or give us a call at 336-9000. Amistad Motors, friends serving friends. Go Blue!
The trusted name in Fort Stockton and the surrounding area for construction projects of all kinds is Jones Leasing Incorporated, owned and operated by Ross Jones since 1994. Jobs including remodeling projects and roofing, including hail damage, maintenance and repair, painting, and much more. It's Jones Leasing, a fully insured local company with offices at the Hodges Building in Fort Stockton across from City Hall. Call Ross Jones today for a free estimate at 432-290-7171.
Do you know where you can get a great lunch special for a very affordable price? At Bienvenidos Mexican Food Restaurant, of course. Their lunch special is served Monday through Friday during lunchtime. Monday is the grilled chicken salad. Tuesday it's the taco plate. Wednesday it's Bienvenidos nachos. Thursday it's the hamburger from 9 to 11 a.m. for a delicious Mexican-style breakfast. Bienvenidos open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., 405 West Dickinson.
This is Dakota Livesay for the Pecos County State Bank. As with anything valuable, trust is earned. The Pecos County State Bank has been earning trust in West Texas for over 85 years. Trust is a cornerstone of our business. You trust us with your money, your personal business, and your life. We live up to that trust every day. At the Pecos County State Bank, you will find reliability, honesty, and safety. You will find trust. The Pecos County State Bank, all the bank you'll ever need. Member FDIC.
The Steakhouse Restaurant announces the addition of a very affordable express lunch, served Monday through Friday from 11 to 2, priced at only $7.99. It's fast and affordable with perfect portions. The lunch choices include 2 cheese enchiladas with rice and beans, 2 beef tacos with rice and beans, 2 chicken flautas with rice and beans, half a quesadilla, beef or chicken with rice and beans, a chicken breast with long green chili, rice and cucumber salad, or a half chicken fried steak with mashed potatoes and cucumber salad. Come by, sample the express lunch at the Steakhouse, 1100 West Dickinson. The First National Bank of Fort Stockton offers rock-solid banking services with a friendly staff and offers extended lobby hours. They're a full-service bank, and it's locally owned and operated, and they appreciate your business. First National Bank of Fort Stockton also operates Brave National Bank in Iran. The First National Bank is proud to support the Fort Stockton Panther and Prowler athletic teams in all their competition and say, "Go Panthers and Prowlers!" The friendly First National Bank of Fort Stockton, 1000 West Dickinson, member FDIC. It's time now for Fort Stockton High School Prowler Volleyball on KFST, AM and FM, KFSTradio.com, and KFST's YouTube page. Prowler Volleyball is being brought to you by Amistad Motors, Bucks Lube Center, Pecos County State Bank, The Steakhouse Restaurant, Sawyer Insurance, The First National Bank, Atananda Sanitation, K-Bob Steakhouse, Citibank, Alamo Tire and Auto Repair, Heritage Funeral Home, M&J Fast Lube, Julie's Easy Press, M&J Trucking, Weiss Tire Pros, Joe's Place and Cantina, United Country Real Estate, and by Jones Leasing. Also by Designer Carpets and Interiors, Permian Basin Abs, the Guadalajara Mexican Grill, Cactus Health Services, Porky's Ice House, Sauceda Family Medicine and Urgent Care. West Texas Eye Care, RA Radiance Med Spa, and Airlawn Furniture and Appliance, and by BBT. Now stay tuned for Prowler Volleyball. And good evening, everyone. This is Ken Ripley along with Darren Hodges, and we are live from Pecos High School tonight. Fort Stockton Panthers and Prowlers, they're going to be in action tonight against the Pecos Lady Eagles. All right, we've got a big game coming up tonight, and we're having some audio issues. Let's see about that. We'll return.
Hey Panther fans, this is Rudy Franco with Amistad Motors, inviting you to come out and take a look at our pre-owned inventory. We have a good selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. We have several certified pre-owned units that come with an extended warranty. So if you are in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, drive on over to 2110 West Dickinson or give us a call at 336-9000. Amistad Motors, friends serving friends. Go Blue!
The trusted name in Fort Stockton and the surrounding area for construction projects of all kinds is Jones Leasing Incorporated, owned and operated by Ross Jones since 1994. For construction jobs, including remodeling projects and roofing, including hail damage, maintenance and repair, painting, and much more, it's Jones Leasing, a fully insured local company with offices at the Hodges Building in Fort Stockton across from City Hall. Call Ross Jones today for a free estimate at 432-290-7170. Lunch at the Steakhouse, 1100 West Dickinson. The First National Bank of Fort Stockton offers rock-solid banking services with a friendly staff and offers extended lobby hours. They're a full-service bank, and it's locally owned and operated. Monahans with offices in Midland and Lubbock. They offer the most complete line of commercial and personal insurance from workers. business and personal auto, commercial property. Of the Fort Stockton community, always supporting all the athletic and extracurricular activities in Fort Stockton schools. United Country Real Estate is your top real estate agency in the Trans-Pecos, serving Pecos, Reeves, Ward, Terrell, Brewster, Video counties. You'll find fabulous listings for West Texas homes, ranches, commercial property, and hunting land. Serving all surrounding area towns and communities. Visit their website today at ucre-wtx.com to view their listings. Also ask them about property management. Stockton, also with an office in Pecos. Call United Country today at 432-336-1111.
Your dreams are what power our community. When it comes to buying a home, starting a business, or tools to help with everyday money management, Citibank is a proud community leader for your financial needs. From personal checking and lending solutions to mobile banking and a suite of business services, our goal is to help you achieve yours. Citibank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Hey, Fort Stockton. Hungry for a deal that satisfies every craving? K-Bob Steakhouse has you covered with a 2 for $20 meal deal. That's right. Choose a starter like crispy potato skins, cheesy quesadilla or zesty fried pickles, and pair it with an entree. The juicy 6-ounce sirloin, crispy catfish platter, or maybe the hearty chicken fried steak. The choice is yours. Your entree also comes with your choice of sides, baked potato fries, or green beans, all for $20. So grab your friends, family, or come solo and treat yourself at K-Bob Steakhouse in Fort Stockton. Come by today.
All right, everyone. We have had some audio issues here tonight. National anthem about to be played here in Pecos. Let's pause for that. All right, Darren, we're back, and the Prowlers are ready to take on the Lady Eagles tonight. We're late getting started, as usual, in volleyball. Our JV Blue did win tonight, 2-0, 25-17 and 26-24.
Ooh.
Had some rough spots, but they got it done.
Looked a little rusty after that big win over Monahans.
So the Prowlers will be coming off that big win over Monahans this past Saturday. That was a 3-1 by the Prowlers over the Monahans Lady Lobos.
Got a couple of scores. Greenwood won game one against Monahans 25-22, and Seminole beat Andrews 25-18 in game one. So Fort Stockton's, we're right there.
All right, now the district standings coming into tonight. Andrews is at 2-0. Greenwood, Seminole, Fort Stockton, Monahans all at 1-1. Pecos at 0-2. Tonight we have Kaylin Reeves, number 2, a junior. Evelyn Baisa, a junior, number 3. Jocelyn Arcidas, number 4, a senior. Haven Gaitan, a senior, number 5. Number 6 is Valeria Marquez, a junior. Number 7, Brenna Downing, a junior. Number 9, Isla Valenzuela, a senior. Sophia Garcia, number 10, a sophomore. No, she's not a sophomore.
Yes. No.
Oh, yeah, Sophia is, I guess.
Sophia is, yeah.
Victoria Maldonado, number 12, is a senior. Addison Castro, number 13, a senior. And number 15, Alondra Encinas, a junior. Lily Escalon, number 17, a junior. And number 20, Anayeli Acosta, and she's a junior.
Have you been working on these numbers?
Well, you know, I got a fresh roster today from the coach, so we'll see if it's right tonight.
I knew that roster didn't smell. That other one wasn't fresh.
Addison Castro serving for the Prowlers to start game 1. And that is a service error into the net.
Well, we've been kind of slow starting tonight. I don't know if it's the altitude here in Pecos. I'm not sure what it is. But service error to start the game.
So Pecos gets the first point. Here's the set by Fort Stockton. That's Brenna Downing with the kill from the left side. Good job by Downing right there.
Got us back to even. Yeah, we've had a little trouble serving tonight, I've noticed, up and down the roster.
All right, now here's the next serve by the Prowlers. Nice into the middle, dug out by the Lady Eagles in the middle there with their libero. And Fort Stockton will set it. And that's an attempted kill by Reeves from the left side. There's Fort Stockton setting it again up toward the front row, and that one was partially touched by Pecos, maybe blocked back down. Here's the next set by Fort Stockton. That's going to be out of bounds. That'll be a Pecos point, and Pecos leading 2-1 here in the early going.
Well, good crowd here from Fort Stockton and Pecos for a late game.
Yeah, it is certainly starting late tonight, about an hour from where we thought it would start. Here's Pecos serving. Here's Fort Stockton digging it out with Maldonado. Here's the set over to the left side for Pecos. And let's see, that's a point Fort Stockton. I believe they called Pecos in the net there. 2-2 our score, and it will be Reeves serving for the Prowlers.
I thought she was in the net. She was trying to climb over it. You can't do that in volleyball, can you?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Here's Kaylin serving for the Prowlers now in a 2-2 score, and that is out on the serve. We've had a couple of service errors already.
Well, that one was really close at least. That was maybe, thought they were going to maybe hit it. It was only about maybe 6 inches out at the most.
Now Pecos will be serving. And it is up in the air. Here's Maldonado trying to save it. And this is set up at the net on the right side, and that's a kill by Pecos. And Pecos has doubled us up right now 4-2.
That was kind of interesting. Our volleyball coach was at Pecos forever. Mm-hmm. We were talking to Coach Peters. He said he grew up in Pecos.
Yeah. And here's the set. Here's the serve, and Fort Stockton trying to set it. That's a nice little kill there by Fort Stockton's Jocelyn Arcidas.
We seem a little sluggish tonight. I don't know what it is. All of our teams seemed a little bit.
You know, coming off of a really big and emotional win over Monaghan Saturday, that's probably understandable, but
I don't understand it. Explain it to me.
We got to get back into it. But our JV Blue did win. Our JV White lost tonight. Here's the dig by Maldonado. Here's Arcidas with the set. That's out of bounds on the attempted kill by Fort Stockton, and I believe that was Arcidas.
That was another one that was pretty close.
Pretty close.
Just inches out.
5-3, Pecos on top. And here's the serve by the Lady Eagles. That's a nice dig by Maldonado, but then we couldn't recover.
Again, yeah, I don't know. That we're just kind of standing around a little bit again in this game, and slow starts have plagued us tonight.
Greenwood won game 1, 25-22 over Monahans. Seminole beat Andrews in the first game, 25-18. A big surprise there. That ball is out, and that'll be a 6-4 score now. Fort Stockton trailing with Maldonado now serving.
Well, I think there's a lot of ballots in our district.
Now here's the set. And that is a nice little dink kill right up at the front line. I believe that was Lily Escalon with that one.
It was very, very much. That was a great job. Pecos hit it back to just over the net. She just slapped it down.
All right, here is the serve. And now the set. Oh, and that was a attempted kill into the net, but I think they must have blocked it. Here's Fort Stockton trying to save it. Can't do it. Pecos is leading 7-5 in game one now. Got to get into this game, Darren.
Well, you want me to go down and get into the game? Is that
no, not you. Not you.
Oh, the Prowlers. Okay.
I don't even know if your yelling would be effective at this point, but we'll see. Here's the serve by Pecos. Into the net. Service error by Pecos.
You know what I could do from here that I think was effective was on the serves count to 5 really loud. What do you think?
No, I don't think you should do that. They might throw you out. Here's the serve. Into the middle. Dug out by the libero for Pecos. They set it to the left. And that is out of bounds on the attempted kill. Fort Stockton will get the point. It's now back to 7-7.
Woo! 7-up. We ought to have like a sponsor, 7-up.
Yeah. Haven Gaitan serving. Into the middle. That's a nice serve.
It really was.
And this is into the middle. Attempted kill. That's out of bounds. Fort Stockton gets the point there.
All right. Uh-oh. We've been overruled.
Have we?
Yeah. We got somebody else saying something different.
Well, they did reverse that one.
I don't know what the call was, but
I don't either. But the Lady Eagles are now leading 8-7 on the overturned point. That is almost out of bounds, but we touched it, so we got to save it. Here's, I believe Mark is saving it. Pecos free balls it across.
Ooh.
And a very high set. Now an attempted kill goes into the net. Pecos, I believe, blocked it, so we got another chance.
No, they said they didn't, so
okay.
Point Pecos.
9-7 now, Pecos. I didn't think that
they
touched it.
He didn't make a very clear call.
Boy, that is a tough dig there by Maldonado. Does a great job. And here's the set up toward the front. And that ball is out of bounds on the block by Pecos. So Fort Stockton does get the point. It's now 9-8. Fort Stockton trailing in this first game.
Trailing. I don't think, I'm not sure Pecos has won a set in district. I think they're 0-6.
Serving Addison Castro. Low serve into the middle. They set it toward the middle, and that is out of bounds. So Fort Stockton has tied this game up again with a ball attempted kill out of bounds by Pecos. Serving again, Addison Castro. Good server.
We talked to Addie before the game. She was ready to play, I think.
All right, here's the serve by Addie. It's into the middle, and that's an ace by Castro. Nice job.
Yes.
Castro serving again for the Prowlers. That one is out of bounds, and a wise choice there by the Prowlers to let that one go.
You know where I'd go if I was Addie Castro? You know where I would like to visit?
Where?
I'd go to Cuba, and I would claim special treatment or something. What do you think?
Maybe. Here's a set to the left side of the net. Fort Stockton picks it up. Now here's Arcidas. No, it's not Arcidas. That is Kaylin Reeves hitting it into the net. Tried to kill, but it was into the net. It's 11-10, Fort Stockton in the lead in game one.
Well, we're playing a little bit better, but we're still making a tad too many mistakes. We need to pick it up.
Pecos will be serving. Into the middle. Picked up, dug out by Fort Stockton. We push it across. Pecos struggles a little bit with that one to get to it.
They didn't do it.
No, that was four hits, I believe. So, yeah, it's going to be a point, Fort Stockton.
Yes.
Can't have 4 hits.
No, unless you're in baseball.
Or more. All right, here's a serve by the Prowlers. That's out of bounds on the serve by Castro.
No, I think that was the other girl, wasn't it? That's 17 that served that.
Was it?
Yes.
Okay, that would be Lily Escalon. (12-11) now. Fort Stockton leading by just 1 in game 1. Pecos with the serve.
Pretty
it's
good
up in
serve.
the air. And that's an attempted kill by the Prowlers. Pecos saves it. We dig it out. Here's the set. Over to the left. And that was Kaylin Reeves with the kill that time. Nice job by Kaylin getting that one over really nicely.
Really a great cross-court shot into the open court.
Kaylin Reeves now serving for the Prowlers.
I think her sister's back on the varsity again? Or
I don't think so. Not tonight, no.
Okay.
I think she was taking the place of Evelyn Baisa.
Ah, yes. Good to have Evelyn back with us.
13-11. Here's the serve, and it's way too much.
Man.
Another service error. We've had too many, both in the JV and here
We really
with
have.
service errors, yeah.
I'm going to go measure the court. I think it's a little short. What do you think?
Maybe.
Oh, we played one that was long also. I tell you, that would have been out. That would have been out, and we played it. Close, but out, I think.
And here's the serve by Pecos. Here's the set by the Prowlers. And Pecos picks it up.
Wow. They really.
Boy, that's a nice dig by Maldonado to save that ball right there. Here's Pecos setting it to midcourt. Maldonado picks it up again. Here's the attempted kill off of Pecos, and that is a really nice job there by, I believe it was Brenna Downing, was it not?
I think you're right.
Yeah.
She's leaving the court now.
That gives Fort Stockton a 1-point lead, 14-13 in game 1.
Nice deep serve.
Here's the set. And that's a kill by Pecos from the right side. And that ties up the game 14-14. Pecos playing pretty well here in game 1.
Really are. That was a tough shot. She really got a lot on that. She wasn't right on the net and really hit it flat-footed, but it was low and hard.
All right, now Pecos will serve in a tie game, 14-14 in game 1. We got to struggle to save that one. We free ball it across. Pecos picks it up. Here's the set to the left. That is out of bounds on the attempted kill. Fort Stockton is up now, 15-14. We need a little run here of points.
Yes. Let's start it right now. Let's get like 10 in a row.
Here's Maldonado serving. Here's the set over to the right side, and it is too far and out of bounds. On the attempted kill, Fort Stockton gets another point, 16-14.
That was 2 long hits. I tell you, both of those were a little long.
All right, here's the serve by Maldonado. And the set over to the left again. That is
out.
In, they say. No, it's out. Okay, out. That is right. So 17-14. Fort Stockton in the lead, and Maldonado will serve again. Here's the point run we were looking for.
It is.
Here's Maldonado now with the serve. It's into the net. Oh, my goodness.
That's at least 4, isn't it?
At least. Another service error, and we've got a 2-point lead, 17-15 in game 1.
We got that eagle flying around in here quite a bit.
Yeah. Here's the serve. Into the middle. And here's the set and the attempted kill. That was beautiful right there by, I believe it was Addie Castro, wasn't it?
Number 7. I
thought it was 13.
I thought it was 17, but we're about 8 miles away.
Now you're right. It was Lily Escalon. Sorry about that. With the kill right there. Brought to you by M&J Fast Lube. And here's the set to the middle. Deflected. Fort Stockton picks it up. And into the net on the attempted kill by Kaylin Reeves. That closes it now to 18-16.
We've had far too many hitting errors, I think, already in this first set. We're going to have to clean it up a little bit, I think, focus.
Yeah. And that is a really nice dig. Rushing up on it was Maldonado. And we had to punch it across from the left side of the net. Pecos, that's a block back down by Fort Stockton. Really nice block. Brought to you by M&J Trucking Company. And it's 19-16 Fort Stockton.
I think 1916. You were born in 1916. That's pretty cool.
Okay, we've got Addison Castro serving. That may not be 112. Here's the serve, and let's see, the hit back, and Fort Stockton blocks it. Now the mid-court attempted kill by Reeves, and that's into the net by Pecos. And so Fort Stockton gets the point. We're in the 20s. So I guess, as you would say, we're in the red zone.
We're in the red zone.
Okay, we'll be back in a moment with more Prowler Volleyball.
If you or your spouse have been thinking about pre-planning your funerals, Heritage Funeral Home of the Big Bend has some very important news. Now is the best time to plan for your eternity and take the financial burden off your loved ones. If you already have a plan, let them review it with you. At Heritage Funeral Home of the Big Bend, they'll work with you so that your final requests are personalized just for you. Call or come by today at 301 North Main or message them on Facebook. Need a quick, efficient oil change? M&J Fast Lube at 116 West Dickinson is here to serve you. Martina and Julia Ibarra invite you to stop by. They have great service, and they offer auto oil and lube services with the top major oil brands and vehicle washing and cleaning. Or you can get your vehicle completely detailed. It'll look like you just bought it. That's M&J Fast Lube, 116 West Dickinson, supporting Panther and Prowler Sports. Go Blue!
All right, Darren, we are back. We've got the serve after the timeout by Pecos, and it's 20-16 Prowlers in game one here, and that's your BBT score, by the way. And here's the set. Again, this is backwards over to the right side. Kind of surprised us on that set. And that is a kill by Brenna Downing from the left side. Yeah, that's Kaylin Reeves, isn't it? No, and that was Downing, number 7.
Number 7.
Yeah. All right, here's the serve by the Prowlers, and it's into the net. Another service error by the Prowlers. My goodness. We've had way too many.
A third of their points, I believe, have been service errors.
Just about, yeah. So here's Pecos.
But we've got a good lead, 21-17. We just need to finish this.
I don't know how you figure a third of 17, but anyway.
6 out of 17 is almost a third.
All right. Here is a punch across. I believe that we were in the net right there. Yep.
Now it's a third.
That was Kaylin Reeves in the net. Okay.
I was Notre Dame.
Oh, that's out of bounds by the Prowlers on a little punch. Cross-court attempted kill, but we didn't get it.
Wow. We looked in good shape about 3 points ago, but we're letting them back in.
Okay, yeah, it's 21-19 now, and they got a couple of straight points after their timeout. That's a tough set, and Pecos blocks it back down. Now Fort Stockton punches it back across. Here's the set to the middle. Pecos has to free ball it across. And here's an attempted kill by the Prowlers, by Reeves. They pick it up. Here's a free ball across. Fort Stockton sets it over to Arcides. That is out of bounds. Did Pecos touch it? Yeah, they touched it, so it's our point.
I like it. It's not their point, it's our point.
22-19, Prowlers lead. That's your BBT score. Now here is the serve by Brenna Downing. No, it's not.
No.
Well, that's number... And that's Downing punching it across. That's a nice save by the Prowlers, and the Prowlers get the point. And now we're 2 points away from winning game one. That's your BBT score, 23-19 Prowlers in game one. And Lily Escalon will serve. There's another timeout by Pecos. We'll be back in a moment.
M&J Trucking Services supports our Fort Stockton Panther and Prowler athletic teams and wants you to know that there's a locally owned and operated oilfield trucking company that can handle your vacuum truck and water hauling in the surrounding area. It's M&J Trucking in Fort Stockton, offering 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week vacuum truck and water hauling service. Contact M&J Trucking today at 290-4510. M&J Trucking, owned and operated by Martine Ibarra, proudly supporting the Fort Stockton Panthers and Prowlers.
We're back, and we've got a 23-19 lead in game one over the Lady Eagles. Getting started late tonight. There's no way you can play a couple of JV games in 2 hours. Not usually.
No.
Okay, here's the serve by Fort Stockton with a 23-19 lead. That one goes over the net with the return. Now here's Pecos with the set over to the middle, and that is out of bounds by Pecos. We are at game point.
I like it. We're going to win this one. I'm going to go ahead and make my fearless prediction early. We are going to win game one.
Oh, okay, well, that's
fearless. It's fearless.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
Here's the serve, and it is dug out. And the set. Fort Stockton is able to pick it up. And a nice attempt at a kill by Reeves there. Oh! That was a tough one to save by the Prowlers. We managed to free ball it across and do save it. Here's Pecos. The block back down is going to be a Pecos point. Pecos with a nice block back down on our side.
Really did a nice job. Pecos has battled.
24-20 Prowlers in game one. That's your BBT score. All right, let's see if we can get this done. We're leading 24-20 over the Lady Eagles here on their home court tonight. That's a dig by the Prowlers. Set to the middle. It's too far out of bounds by Brenna Downing on the attempted kill. Pecos gets that point. Now it's a 3-point game.
It is. They've got two straight on us.
Here's Pecos serving. Line drive serve into the back. Downing now across. Pecos picks it up. And the block back down by Fort Stockton. That's a point by Fort Stockton. They called them in the net, and so that will be game one. Fort Stockton wins game one 25-21 over the Pecos Lady Eagles. We'll be back in just a moment.
Julie's Easy Press Cleaners is ready to serve you with all your laundry cleaning needs. From drop-off to pickup, you'll enjoy not having to do the washing, drying, or pressing. It's done for you. Whether it's a party, office meeting, or lunch with friends, show up dressed for success, because at Julie's Easy Press, they know that when you look good, you feel good. Julie's Easy Press, 1101 Front Street. Call 336-6601. At Weiss Tire Pros, they've been servicing vehicles reliably for generations. They're family-owned and operated for over 35 years, and they're here to make certain your cars and trucks keep their promise to you. They're more than just tires, offering full automotive services, so they keep you focused on the road ahead. They carry all major tire brands. For whatever you drive, Weiss Tire Pros has a tire to fit your needs. With Weiss Tire Pros, they're here to help keep you safe on the road. Visit the store today in Fort Stockton. Weiss Tire Pros. Love the drive.
Buck's Lube Center is located at 310 West Dickinson in Fort Stockton. They feature quick oil changes, multi-point vehicle checks, inspection stickers, and fuel filters for all vehicles, specializing in mobile oil but with Motorcraft also in stock. Buck's Lube Center is open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. Remember, for reasonable prices and great service, it's Buck's Lube Center, 310 West Dickinson, Fort Stockton. They hope to serve you on every oil change. Designer Carpets and Interiors has become known in Fort Stockton as the remodeling experts. They will be glad to put together a free estimate on just about any remodeling project, always keeping in mind your budget. They also can help with ideas and designs for your project to upgrade your home and add to its value. They also have all types of the latest and most modern flooring, including carpet, tile, hardwood, laminates, custom cabinetry, countertops, and much more. Call Designer Carpets and Interiors today at 336-6591. Permian Basin Abstract Company is located at 600 West Dickinson and is available to handle all your real estate closings. They have a full-service title company and are experts at handling all the tricky parts of title work. Great customer service is their number one goal with local manager Penny McKnight. Permian Basin Abstract has locations in Andrews, Seminole, Pecos, and the local office in Fort Stockton to serve all area West Texas counties and have all records available. Call 432-336-3301 or go by Permian Basin Abstract, corner of Monahans Highway and Dickinson Boulevard. Well, very unusual, Darren. During the timeout, the whole Fort Stockton Prowler volleyball team went into the locker room between games. Now they're coming back out and still got about 5 seconds left on the clock. So
you know what you call that, right?
What's that?
Mass potty break. Hey, yeah, Ruben Arriaga asked, said, aren't you and I the same age? Which the answer, of course, is no. You're months older than me. Months. In fact, you have a birthday coming up pretty quick.
I do.
You'll be a whole year older than me for a few months.
3 months is what, about 3 months is the way I figure it. And that's not very much. Considering our age, it's not very much.
That's true.
Okay, so here's the serve by the Pecos Lady Eagles to start game 2. That's a short, low serve just over the net. And here's Fort Stockton with the return. Nice attempted kill. Pecos picks it up. Now here's Maldonado picking up the dig. And let's see, that's Downing. She tries the kill, and Pecos really with a nice block over on the right side.
You know, they've gotten the jump on us both first games. That was a good comeback.
And here's Pecos now with the serve once again. And another short serve. And it is set to the middle. And Arcidas hits it into the net.
Greenwood has beaten Monahans in the first two. They won 27-25, 25-22, and 27-25.
Who did?
Greenwood over Monahans in the first two.
That's a service error by Pecos. That serve is way too short. And she was just trying to lob it over the net.
Yeah.
That time she was short.
She's been doing it pretty well. Andrews and Seminole are tied up 1-1. They've split the first two.
All right, here's the serve. That's a beautiful serve there by Fort Stockton. I believe that was Castro. And here's the set over to Downing. That is into the middle. No, that's not Downing. That's Reeves with the kill. Very nice kill brought to you by M&J Fastlu.
Great shot. Yeah, that girl's got a nice float serving. It just dies over the net, but that time it died in the net.
I believe this is Castro serving for the Prowlers.
I believe it is.
Yeah. There's the attempted kill by Pecos, and nice pickup by Maldonado. That's an attempted kill by Fort Stockton's Reeves. They pick it up. A punch across by Fort Stockton. That was a cross-court kill which missed. It's out of bounds. Fort Stockton takes the first lead in game 2.
Not cross-court. That was cross-country. It was long.
Okay, so the Prowlers serving again. Into the middle. The libero picks it up for Pecos. They punch it across. Oh, nobody was there. Miscommunication, and we just let it fall.
Yeah, still a little rusty, I think.
3-3 our score in game 2. That's your BBT score. Fort Stockton won game 1. What was that game 1 score, by the way?
25-21.
Okay, there we go. And there's the set. That's into the net by Fort Stockton there. I believe that was Downing. And it is now a Pecos lead of 4-3 in game 2. We need to sweep Pecos tonight.
Yeah, we're going to have to pick it up. Just get a little more clean it up a little bit.
Nice serve there by Pecos. And that is for Pecos into the net. And it's a 4-4 game. In game 2, that's your BBT score. Fort Stockton gets the serve back with Maldonado.
Looked like a fisherman. She had that net going.
You seen that TV commercial with the fisherman on the football field?
Oh, yes,
that's
I
pretty
have.
funny.
It is. It's pretty good.
That is an ace by the Prowlers right there. Nice job by Fort Stockton.
Maldonado,
Yeah.
great serve. Hit the gap there. Really dropped that in a nice spot.
All right, Fort Stockton up 5-4. That's your BBT score in game number 2. And here's the serve into the middle. Libero digs it out for Pecos. They try to kill it. Fort Stockton picks it up. We set it to the left. That's a kill by
Reeves?
Jocelyn Arcides.
Isn't that Reeves?
No, Jocelyn Arcides got the kill.
No, the girl right here, number 2.
It was number 4 with the kill.
No,
Was it not?
No.
Okay.
No, she moves over to the left side.
Here's the serve by Maldonado, and it's out of bounds.
Yeah, they flip-flop. I don't even think Arcides is out there.
All right, here's the serve by the Lady Eagles. Maldonado digs it out. And here's the set to Downing. And that is a point. Fort Stockton. Pecos was in the net.
Arg!
7-5 Fort Stockton in game 2. Your score brought to you by BBT, internet provider for Fort Stockton. Here's the serve by the Prowlers. Looks like it's going to be an ace. Yes, it is.
Again, really another serve that was in a great spot.
That was Kaylin Reeves with the ace right there.
The ace.
8-5 Prowlers in game 2. We won game 1, 25-21. Let you update on the rest of the district. That's a service error by Reeves, and that closes the score to 8-6. Prowler's still leading, though, but only by 2.
Well, we don't have any new scores. Again, Greenwood's up on Monaghan's 2-0. And 2 games to none, and Andrews and Seminole split the first 2, so it's 1-1. Here we're up 1-0.
And the Lady Eagles will be serving. And it's into the middle. Here's the set backwards. And that is out of bounds on the hit by Enayeli Acosta. So it's now 8-7. Pecos is pulled within 1, and they get the serve again. That's dug out by Maldonado. And there's Arcides. That's in for the kill. Really nice kill by
Jocelyn
Arcides, and brought to you by M&J Fastloop.
She's pretty good on that down-the-line corner shot and really just rolled it over there. Perfect spot.
All right, this will be Valeria Marquez serving for the Prowlers. Nice serve, dug out by the libero for Pecos. Attempted kill, and let's see. That's going to be Fort Stockton in the net this time.
What?
Yeah, that's what they say. 9-8 now. It's Fort Stockton up by 1. That's your BBT score in game number 2. Fort Stockton had a big win over Monahans, 3-1 on Saturday at home. And we've got to play Andrews on the road this Saturday.
Ooh.
Pecos digs that out. That's into the net. Under the net, actually, by the libero. Kind of a mishit. And 10-8 Prowlers.
I kind of liked it. I didn't miss it at all. Thought it was a great hit.
Enayeli Acosta will be serving for the Prowlers. Picked up by Pecos along the back row. And that's a punch across. And we had to free ball it across. Tried to punch it across. They couldn't get it across, so it's a Fort Stockton point.
Trying to be sneaky, get a quick one in, but hit the top of the net and fell back.
Fort Stockton leading Pecos 11-8 in game number 2. That's a really nice serve.
Ooh.
That hits the top of the net. Fort Stockton free balls it across. Now the set by Pecos, and they couldn't get it done. And that's a nice point by Fort Stockton right there, 12-8. That's your BBT score.
That was a nice slide, though. I'm going to call her safe at home.
Good thing she's got some knee pads on, right?
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, here's the punch across. Oh, that's a kill by Pecos. And that will be number 18 there for Pecos.
It caught us looking in a little bit too much, and then they were able to push it all the way back to that corner, and we couldn't get back to it.
That was Riley Villanueva with the kill for Pecos. Game number 2, Fort Stockton leads the match 1-0. And here's the set into the middle. A net ball by Addison Castro, I believe. And here's a beautiful kill for Fort Stockton. That is Jocelyn Arcides.
Yes, it is. And she really put some mustard on that one.
She ripped it. 13-9, Fort Stockton leading. That was she's really a lot of high fives on that one.
Yeah, that was a great shot.
Here's the serve by the Prowlers. And that's going to be an ace. Fort Stockton now leading 14-8. We're taking, well, they say Pecos has 9 points. I guess that's right. 14-9.
I don't trust them.
Here's the serve. And they will just punch it across, barely. Fort Stockton punches it back. Pecos sets it. And it's a nice dig by Fort Stockton. And still the volley goes on. Here's the set. And that's blocked back down by Pecos, but the block goes out of bounds. So the kill is good by Kaylin Reeves, brought to you by M&J Fast Lube.
Really nice job.
Well, now it should be 15-9 now.
Yes, it should be. I think there's still there's some question. One saying that
they haven't put the point up there yet.
See, the coach can't talk to the ref, so they have to send a player over.
Correct.
And so I think maybe he said something else, but the ball was out of bounds, so I'm not sure.
The block was out of bounds.
Maybe they're saying it grazed one of our players on the way out.
All right, it is a Fort Stockton point. They give it to us. It's 15-9.
Well, yeah, I give him some credit. His glasses were pretty foggy. I could see that from here.
There's a timeout on the court. We'll be back with more Prowler Volleyball in a moment. Have you tried the delicious Jalisco-style Mexican food at the Guadalajara Mexican Grill recently? Their food and service is fast and top-notch. Plus, they're now offering some additions to their huge menu, including the carnitas plate and the fantastic molcajete with beef, chicken, and shrimp. They also now have delicious chicken wings spiced with mango, habanero, buffalo, or barbecue. Top it off with your favorite adult beverages and drinks and desserts. They also have daily specials, and you can dine in or call in orders at 336-6600. The Guadalajara Mexican Grill, 200 East 19th on the Imperial Highway.
At Cactus Health Services, they're here when you need them. On Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays, the friendly staff at Cactus Health is ready to serve you from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. and from 2 to 5 p.m. On Tuesdays, they're open from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. and from 2 to 7. Would you like to get in earlier? The Cactus Health office is open on Wednesdays from 7:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. and from 2 to 4:30. Whether it's a routine checkup or something more, they're here for your health. Call Cactus Health at 336-8110.
We're back with more Prowler Volleyball, and there's a nice serve by the Prowlers. I think that return was going to be out, but we touched it. And here's the return by Fort Stockton. Punch across by Pecos. We set it over to the left side for Reeves, and Pecos picks that up. Here's a attempted kill by Pecos, and that one is good for Riley Villanueva. She's one of the better players on the Pecos team, and gets a point there. It's 15-10. Fort Stockton leading in Game 2. We won Game 1 25-21. That's your BBT score update.
Oh, yes. We need to go on another run here.
This will be Brooke Garcia serving. And here's the punch across by Fort Stockton from the middle. Pecos with a midcourt return. Free ball across by Marquez. Here's the set. and a middle set, a middle kill. That was pretty tricky. That was pretty nifty right there.
Well, it was going out, but she hit us. So
all right, that goes out of bounds off of Fort Stockton. So Pecos gets the point, 15-11, with Fort Stockton in the lead. That is a service error. It hits the net. 16-11, Fort Stockton. Brenna Downing comes back in, and I believe serving will be Addison Castro. She comes back in.
Pretty good server.
Yeah. All right, here's Castro serving, and that's an ace for Addison Castro. And the Prowlers have upped their lead now to 17-11. That may be the largest lead we've had in either game.
I think you're correct, Sherlock.
Here's the serve. And that is out of bounds, unfortunately. A service error. 17-12 now, with Fort Stockton leading by 5 in game number 2. Pecos makes a couple of subs.
Ooh, a sub sounds pretty good.
All you got is a chili dog.
We got a chili dog, though. It's pretty good.
Here's the serve. Dug out by Downing. And that is a Fort Stockton point. Pecos called in the net. I don't understand that really, because the ball hadn't even been returned yet and they're already in the net. It's kind of strange.
Very anxious players, very anxious.
18-12 Fort Stockton. That is your BBT score in game 2. Pecos with an odd set, and now they return it. Maldonado has to come up and dig it out. They set it. We set it to Reeves over on the left side. She gets the kill, brought to you by M&J Fast Lube.
Nice job. Yeah, really, Reeves is really on the right side, but as soon as they serve, she switches back to the left. But she's a better left outside hitter.
And here's Maldonado with the serve. Into the net. My goodness.
We've had too many of those.
Yeah, and we're going to have to clean that up because, you know, when you face Andrews on Saturday, you're really going to need to cut that out.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Just say no.
Yes. Oh. All right, here's the serve by the Lady Eagles, dug out by Maldonado. And here's the set. Blocked back down, but out of bounds. That's a point, Fort Stockton.
Nice job. Really a nice, strong cross-court shot. And so we're at 20.
Reeves gets the kill, essentially. That's an M&J Fast Lube kill.
You know, first one to 20 usually wins, especially if you're up by more than 3. So we look pretty good in this set.
All right, here's Reeves with the serve. Dug out by the libero. They set it to the middle. Maldonado saves it. We set it to the left. Arcides, I believe, gets the kill. Yes, she does. Brought to you by M&J Fast Lube. And there's a timeout by Pecos. We'll be back after this Cactus Health Services timeout.
Porky's Ice House in Fort Stockton is the place to get your drinks and snacks in Fort Stockton, with 2 convenient drive-through lanes open 7 days a week for teas, lemonades, and fountain drinks with added flavors upon request and much more. Go by Porky's Ice House, and remember, happy hour is each day from 4 to 6 p.m. with all drinks any size for just $1. They also make popular Clamato, Squirt, Topo Chico, and Jerky Preparados that are delicious, along with nachos. Porky's Ice House, 1401 West Dickinson in Fort Stockton. If you're needing personal attention to your medical needs, visit Salceda Urgent Care and Family Medicine in Fort Stockton at 703 North Main. They can help with life's little urgencies that cannot wait for an appointment. They provide urgent care, hormone optimization for men and women, vitamin supplements, family medicine, chronic care for all ages, including cholesterol treatment, blood pressure, diabetes, thyroid optimization, and treat many other conditions. Call for appointments 360-3029. Walk-ins are welcome at 703 North Main.
Are you sick and tired of inflation driving up the price on virtually everything?
Kaylin Reeves got the serve there, and the volley's still going on. Pecos free balls it across there. Here's the set. Over to Arcides. She almost got the kill, but Pecos picked it up. There's the save by Fort Stockton. We surprise, punch it across.
Wow.
Oh, that was a nice punch into the back corner by Pecos.
Yeah, we got caught creeping up again, and nobody was on the back row.
Yep.
And Pecos hit a quick hit. I tell you, we hit a quick one, but they hit a better one. But we're up 21-14. That's what's that? 3 touchdowns to 2?
Correct. And here's the low serve, picked up by Downing. The set to Downing. And now she returns it. Pecos going to try a kill into the middle, and they got it. I mean, we just let that one go down.
Well, we had 2 people stare it down pretty good, but it didn't work.
Yeah, no. 21-15. The Prowlers up by 6 in game 2. We won game 1, a close one. And that is a point for Pecos. It went down on our side. We couldn't return it.
We returned it into the net.
Right. 21-16. Pecos has scored a couple of points after the timeout. Pecos will serve now. And it is Maldonado digging it out. Oh, that's out of bounds on the attempted kill by Arcidas. Now, Pecos has scored 3 straight, I believe.
Yes, 3 or 4 straight. They sure have.
Yeah. Here's another serve by the Lady Eagles. Dug out by Reeves. And here's the set. And that is a touch by Pecos, so that's a point, Fort Stockton. They touched it.
They touched it.
22-17 now. Prowlers are 3 points away from winning game number 2 and going up in the match 2-0.
Andrews wins set 3 over Seminole 25-19 and now lead 2-1.
Here's the serve by the Prowlers. To the back row. That was Marquez with the serve, I believe. That one's out of bounds by Pecos on the attempted kill. Fort Stockton now up 23-17.
I'm going to go out again and make another fearless forecast.
And what would that be?
We're going to win this set.
That's an ace by Marquez. And it is game point, set point for the Prowlers.
I don't like to call them early, but I'm going to say we're going to win this one and go up 2-0.
All right, here's the serve. Into the middle. That's another ace, and that will do it for game number 2. Fort Stockton wins game 2, 25-17. And we go to game 3, and we're going to attempt the sweep for Pecos. We'll be back in just a moment after this Cactus Health Services timeout.
Are you sick and tired of inflation driving up the price on virtually everything? At CTG Express Oil Change, we have mastered the art of inflation-proof, lightning-fast oil changes. We tell inflation to take a hike with our happy hour discounts every weekday, 11 to 1 p.m., and our service appreciation discounts for local teachers, military, first responders, and correctional officers. We're fast, too, saving you time and money. And remember, at CTG Express, we are the best for the most dependable place to get your state inspection. Come save with us at CTG Express in Fort Stockton.
Contessa Ready Mix is now open and ready to serve all your concrete needs. They also offer general construction, precast, material hauling, and sand and gravel. They're located at 2270 Gonzales Loop. For more information, call 432-290-4947. Contessa Ready Mix, owned and operated by Colby Terraces, serving Fort Stockton and the surrounding area.
Are your insurance rates too high? At Fort Stockton Insurance, you're not stuck. We can shop within our own carriers to find the best deals. Do you know that we do more than property and auto? We do life, commercial, farm, and specialty insurance. Do you want to run on the field with the Baylor Bears? Have an Aerolite plane or a vintage vehicle? We insure all of that. Need a bond or commercial insurance? We can help you there too. This is Pam at Fort Stockton Insurance. We're located at 901 West Dickinson, or give us a call at 336-8565.
This is Dr. Gabe Zamora, Superintendent of Fort Stockton ISD. At FSISD, we know that success begins with showing up every day. Be present and be prepared. I want to thank our parents, families, and community for supporting not just our athletes and performers, but every student and the dedicated educators who work tirelessly to help them succeed. Let's continue working together to ensure our students thrive in school and in life. Together, let's make this another great year for Fort Stockton.
Ram Country of Fort Stockton has a full-time service department. For all your vehicle needs, visit Ram Country 2603 West Dickinson. Same-day service available on most vehicles. This includes service on Jeep, Ram, Dodge, and Chrysler vehicles. They also have a state-of-the-art tire alignment machine. Ram Country has the top service technicians in the area, so no matter the make or model of your vehicle, they can get you back out on the road safely. Call 432-360-1055 to schedule an appointment today.
Well, Darren, looks like Pecos is taking all of this time out that they can over there on their bench, talking things over. They know this is that they've got to win this game to keep the match rolling and have a chance to win. Fort Stockton has won games 1 and 2, 25-21 and 25-17, and the Prowlers looking for a 3-game sweep.
Well, we've had, honestly, 2 slow starts, but we did play much better towards the middle and into that last game to take the big win.
We had fewer service errors, but still had some. But
yes.
It was
more than I care for.
But certainly we had fewer of those service errors.
My plan, my goal, my dream is we win one of these 25-0. You said that's not very likely.
It's not likely, no.
But
okay, here's the serve. I believe it's Castro. And they pick that up. Here's the set toward the middle.
Wow, that was
And that is going to be a point Fort Stockton to get this one started.
We already have them on the ropes. That's pretty good.
Well, we've got to adjust the scoreboard here.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know we were running the scoreboard.
I am.
Oh, on the YouTube.
Yes.
Great serve by Castro down the middle, picked up by Pecos, dinks it across. Fort Stockton setting up our offense. And it's
almost a kill by Downing from the right side. And there's a hit back by Pecos, and Maldonado digs it out. There's a really nice kill by Kaylin Reeves. And that will give Fort Stockton really its best start of any game tonight, 2-0.
Yes. We've already got an insurmountable lead.
Addison Castro serving again. Good server for the Prowlers. Don't want to jinx her, though. It's a nice serve into the middle.
Really
Here's
is.
the set to the middle. And that's going to be a kill by Pecos in the middle.
Yeah, just got that through the net a little bit, then it died on us.
BBT score, Fort Stockton leading 2-0, and we're in game 3. We're leading 2-1 here. And that is a point Fort Stockton.
Nice job by Downing, I believe, number 7.
Through a block and out of bounds. And Maldonado appears to be serving here. Fort Stockton up 3-1 in this game. Here's the serve. Low, it's into the net.
I think that's 2 straight service errors there from.
All right, a service error by the Prowlers. It's Prowlers 3-2. Pecos gets the serve back here with a 2-0 lead. Fort Stockton won game 1, 25-21, won game 2, 25-17. We'll face Andrews on the road Saturday at noon or so. My prediction is it'll be later than that. Oh, that's a little dink for a kill in the middle by Pecos, and they tie the game up here 3-3.
Yeah, we left the ball out over the net, and there are just too many things they could do with it.
Here are the Lady Eagles. That's a serve that's too far and out of bounds. 4-3, Fort Stockton on the service error by Pecos.
We need some good serving. Let's get some good serving here from Haven Gaitan.
Right, here's the serve. And that's almost an ace, but the libero manages to save it. Here's a low set in the middle, and that is for number 28 for the Prowlers, or 20, Inayeli Acosta.
I like the low set in the middle. They always think you're going outside, and if they don't cover the middle, throw that short one up.
Another serve picked up on the left side by Pecos. That's an ace.
Well, I called for some good serving, and Haven has done a good job.
Haven Gaitan serving, left-hander. Fort Stockton up 6-3 now. That's your BBT score. Here's the set and the return by the libero. The set in the middle, and that was out of bounds,
man.
just out of bounds.
Man,
on the attempted kill.
I didn't think we could hit it that sharp. That we had a lot of open court, and we just hit it out of bounds.
Just a little bit, by about 6 or 8 inches maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, here's the serve by the Lady Eagles now. Into the middle, Maldonado digs it out. And the set for Arcides. That's in. That's a kill by Jocelyn Arcides.
Really nice cross-court shot. Like I said, she does a good job down the line, but that was a great cross-court into the open court.
Brought to you by M&J Fast Lube. Beautiful hit there by Jocelyn.
I bet Coach Garcia knows all these Pecos players because he's been here forever.
Oh, yeah. All right, here's the serve by Marcus. And that one's out of bounds. That's too much on it.
Man,
service error by the Prowlers. It's 7-5. Pecos trails by 2 in game number 3.
Well, I know what we need to work on before we play Andrews.
Yeah.
Let's not give up any cheapies.
All right, here's the serve by the Lady Eagles now. Maldonado picks it up again. Here's the set. Low set for Arcides. Tried to get the kill. Pecos picked it up. There's the free ball return. That's out of bounds. Yeah, so that'll be a point Fort Stockton. The libero too much on that one. And it's 8-5 Prowlers. That's your BBT score. And here's the serve. Picked up in the middle, and they will set it to the left. Oh, that's a kill by Pecos. It's a nice job there by the Lady Eagles. 2-point game. Fort Stockton leading 8-6 in game 3, leading the match 2-0. Here's the serve by the Lady Eagles. This is Caris Hernandez.
Pretty good looking serve.
That was good. That one is out of bounds on the attempted kill by Sofia Garcia, and Pecos pulls within 1. And that was a net ball into the net. Service error by Pecos, 9-7 Fort Stockton.
Let's go on a run here, Ripley.
Serve by the Prowlers. Here we go. Nice serve. Picked up by the libero. They set it to the left off of a block. Fort Stockton now has Maldonado digging it out. Try to kill. That's going to be a point Fort Stockton. Pecos hit it into the net, went back down and touched them.
Can't do that.
No.
That's our point.
Right. 10-7 Fort Stockton. Here's the serve. Into the middle, libero picks it up. They set it to the left again. It's a nice dig by Fort Stockton's Arcides. We free ball it across. Now here's the set to the right side. Fort Stockton blocked it back down. Pecos does manage to save it. Here's the, attempted kill there by Sofia Garcia into the net. So Pecos gets the point. 10-8 now, with Fort Stockton up by 2. We need to get on a run now.
We need to get on a run. Let's break this serve.
Served by the Pecos libero. Here's the set over to the right. Oh, that's a nice little kill by Sofia Garcia with a dink across. Brought to you by M&J Fast Lube.
Really did a great job anticipating the shot and just slapping it back down.
Is this Castro serving?
Sure looks like it.
Here's Addie Castro serving, and they will dink it across. Here's the set to the middle of the court, and Reeves hits it right into the net. 11-9 is our score now. Pecos gets the serve back. Well, we've maintained a 2-3 point lead in this game, and that's about it.
It is. Yeah, we can't quite get on a good run, but we have in the first 2 games towards the end.
Right. Here's the serve by the Lady Eagles. The set, the dig, and now here's the set, and that is a cross-court attempted kill, but it's out of bounds by Garcia, and Pecos is back within 1.
Yeah, that's our unforced errors are adding up a little bit here.
Here's the serve, and the dig by Maldonado. Downing trying to get the kill. They blocked it, and Pecos manages to save it. Reeves with the attempted kill. They dig it out. And that one saved there by Arcides. We're going to be able to save it. We've got to get back up to the line quickly. And here's the kill from the right side by Pecos. And that ties the game 11-11. Well, we were a little off balance because we were drawn to another part of the court.
Yeah, we were on the run the whole time. They had us going.
Pecos serving in a tie game in the third game here, 11-11. We barely stayed out of the net that time. That was a nice save. And that's a block back down by Garcia and Kaylin Reeves. And that'll be a Fort Stockton point, 12-11 Prowlers. Nice block brought to you by M&J Trucking Company.
Good job on the net. Got the serve back for us.
And here's Maldonado with the serve, dug out by Pecos. They set it to the left. Attempted kill. They've got a pretty good hitter over there. That is a nice kill by Kaylin Reeves right there. Brought to you by M&J Fast Loop. 13-11 Prowlers. That's your BBT score in Game 3.
Yeah, really hit it right off the middle blocker, but really did a good job.
Maldonado serves into the middle. Set to the left. And here's a set backwards by the Prowlers. Interesting. And we try to kill it right there with Downing. Pecos does pick it up. They'll free ball it across and save it. Here's the set to Arcides. To the left. Pecos saves it. Here's the set again. This one to the right side, and that is Downing with a really strong kill right there. Wow. And that was
Downing got it down.
Yeah, that was a kill brought to you by M&J Fast Loop. I put 2 points on the board for a moment. It looked is kind of worth 2 points.
It was worth 2 points. I'm going to give it 2 points.
Here's the serve, dug out by Pecos. They set it to the middle. That's a kill that is out of bounds, and it'll be a point Fort Stockton. It was too far out, about a foot.
Timeout.
Timeout by Pecos, and it's 15-11 Prowlers in Game 3. We'll be back after this Cactus Health Services timeout.
When you need supplies in the oil field, the choice is clear. Choose Triple G Supply and Services in Fort Stockton. They have all the oil field supplies you need, including general oil field supplies, PVC pipe and fittings, hydraulic hoses, generators, safety equipment, household supplies, and much more. They also have roustabout services available. Triple G Supply and Services is right here in Fort Stockton at the west end of Dickinson at 1048 Crockett Avenue. Delivery is available to your location. Call 336-8280 for Triple G Supply and Services. Doctors Josh Pass, Brian Cherry, and Hewlin Pass are optometrists serving the West Texas area. Visit West Texas Eye Care at 605 North Main in Fort Stockton or 611 South Oak in Pecos. They offer complete and thorough eye examinations for the whole family, including therapeutic optometry, eyeglasses, contact lenses, laser surgery consultation, and screenings for macular degeneration and diabetes with an in-office lab. Call to make an appointment today in Fort Stockton at 336-3662 or in Pecos 445-3662. Here's the serve by Maldonado, and now the punch across by Fort Stockton, and will Pecos be able to save it? I don't know. Yes, they did with a net ball, and here's a return by Fort Stockton. Attempted kill by Reeves. Can Pecos return this one? They do. They save it. Punch across by Fort Stockton, and we set it again to the middle for Acosta.
Man, this has been a great point. Both teams battling.
Yeah. Here's Acosta, the set. And the attempted kill by the Prowlers by Reeves. And they mishit it.
She hurt her ankle, I think.
Yeah, maybe she did.
Kind of turned her ankle as she went up for that shot. Hope she's okay.
She missed the kill, so That's for Pecos. So it's now 16-11 Prowlers.
She was anxious, though. She wanted it.
Yep.
That was a good point.
Yeah.
Both teams made some really good plays.
Maldonado digging it out. There's Pecos digging it out. And that is a kill by Pecos in the middle.
You know, Maldonado did a good job on that service still. I think she served 5 or 6 times. And so, you know, we're up by 4. And we just need to keep the gas on.
16-12 now. Fort Stockton in the lead in game number 3. We won game 1 and 2. And that's your BBT scoreboard. Here we go with the next serve by Pecos. Dug out by Acosta. Maldonado returns it.
We got a couple players down.
Yep. Maldonado gets back up and digs it out. That's a block, and it's inbounds. So It's Pecos with the point there. A nice little kill by the Lady Eagles.
Really was a great block. And
16-13. Prowlers are leading by 3 points in game 3, trying to sweep the Lady Eagles tonight. Oh, that's an ace by Pecos.
I tell you, she's got a very deceptive serve. It's kind of a sidearm flat serve, just slides over the net. Hits it pretty hard, too, really.
All right, here's Pecos with another serve coming. It's into the net, but it does go across. We set it backwards. That is out of bounds on the attempted kill by Reeves. And Pecos is now within 1 point, 16-15.
Yeah, she got a sneaky serve. It just is clearing the net by inches.
They've, they've had 3 or 4 here in a row.
Yes.
Here's the set. That's off. That's Downing trying to get the kill. It's a block back down by Downing and by Acosta. Good job there on the block.
I like it.
We
needed that.
Yeah, brought to you by M&J Trucking. We get the serve. And this is Haven Gaitan, a left-handed server.
She did a nice job last time.
Oh, and this time it's a service error. 17-16. See?
We've just been off a little bit tonight.
You got the jinx going.
I know it. I shouldn't have said anything because she did such a good job last time.
Here's the serve by the Lady Eagles. Looked like foot was on the line. That's an ace. Well, we just really... little bit of miscommunication there.
It is. She's got a little flat serve that just crosses the net. And I think you're right. I thought she stepped on the line last time also, but not this time.
Here's the set. And here's the set again for Pecos. It's into the net. And Fort Stockton breaks the tie, and we get the serve back. It's 18-17 Prowlers in game 3.
Let's go on a run.
Let's go on a run, yep. Valeria Marquez will be serving. With a 1 point lead here. And the serve is, it looked like, they say it was out.
It was out, yeah.
I guess so.
Andrews wins set 4, 25-12, so they beat Seminole 3-1. Seminole won
the first game, right?
And then Andrews won the next 3. So
yep.
Greenwood and Andrews the big winners tonight. Hopefully we can join them.
All right, here's the set. And that is into the net by Arcides. Pecos takes a 19-18 lead here late in game 3.
Wow, we were up by 3 or 4, and I tell you, we just have not made any plays.
Here's the set by the Fort Stockton Prowlers. And I believe that was Acosta on the far side, tried to get the kill. Here's the set up to the net. Oh, that's way too far out by Arcides. 20-18, Pecos in the lead. We've got a timeout. We'll be back with more Prowler Volleyball after this Cactus Health timeout. West Texas Cinema is open in Fort Stockton next to the Convention Center at 2181 West Interstate 10, showing the newest movies with a movie premiere once a month. Shows are Fridays at 7 p.m., Saturdays at 4 p.m., and Sundays at 7 and 9 p.m., with admission prices just $10 for adults and $8 for children 12 and under. Plus, they have a full range of fresh concessions, discounts for veterans, first responders, and medical staff with ID. West Texas Cinema, local and family owned and operated at 2181 West I-10. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram at West Texas Cinema.
Ready to refresh, renew, and radiate? At RA Radiance Med Spa, we're here to help you look and feel your best. From glowing skin with hydrofacial and classic facials to smoother texture with microneedling and dermaplaning, your skin transformation starts here. Boost your wellness with IV hydration, vitamin injections, and our medical weight loss program featuring semaglutide and tirzepatide. Plus, don't miss our Caravive scalp treatments with trusted Botox care. And great news, we're now open Monday through Friday. Call us today at 432-360-0248 or visit raradiancemedspa.com.
Well, Darren, that was a ball that we did not return, and so it's another ace by Pecos. And they have increased the lead to 21-18. Fort Stockton tried to get a kill, couldn't get it. Now here's the set. Got a free ball, that one across, just barely saved it.
Yeah.
Now here's the dig by the Prowlers. The set up at the net. And there's Arcides trying to get the kill. Didn't quite get it. Pecos dug it out. Here's the set. Fort Stockton now going to have to try to dink it across. Acosta. Here's a dig by the Prowlers. The set up at the net. Attempted kill is out of bounds, they say, by Arcides. Wow. It is now a 4-point Pecos lead in Game 3, 22-18.
Now we called timeout. It didn't work.
No, it kind of had a reverse effect.
Yeah, they scored two more on us,
yeah.
2 or 3.
22-18, and that's a net ball. Boy, we needed that.
We really did. We need to hit some nice serves.
And Ayeli Acosta will be serving with a 22-19 deficit in game number 3. And it's into the middle, dug out by Pecos. They set it to the left side. That's out of bounds. So we come back for a couple of straight points here. 22-20, Pecos leading. That's your BBT score in game 3. Prowlers lead 2-0. We're hoping to sweep in 3. We'll see.
That's what I'm hoping.
Here's Acosta. Low serve, and it's dug out. They will set it backwards to the right, dug out by the Prowlers. And that's the set. Kind of a forward set there. And here's another one. Arcides gets the set, I believe. And no, it was Arcides trying to get the kill. Here's the set. Punched across by the Prowlers. Fort Stockton digs it out again. Long volley here.
We're not passing it as well as we should be.
Fort Stockton digs that out. Attempted kill by Arcides. And a kill by Sofia Garcia at the net.
That was really a great job by Sofia.
Brought to you by M&J Fast Loop. And it's a timeout. And Pecos is up 22-21 in game 3. We'll be back in a moment.
Airlawn Furniture is Fort Stockton's newest destination for furniture, appliances, mattresses, electronics, and more. They've been serving Pecos for over 30 years and look forward to doing the same for the lovely people of Fort Stockton. Enjoy free local delivery and installation, monthly specials, lease-to-own options with no credit needed. Visit them in-store at 1206 West Dickinson next to Lowe's or call 432-299-1181 or online at airlawnfurniture.com. Make the quality choice. Panther and Prowler fans, choose Airlawn. Se habla español.
Well, Darren, I believe we've scored 3 in a row to bring us up from 22-18 to 22-21. So 3 points scored by the Prowlers, I believe, in a row to get back into this game. We are leading the match 2-0, but Pecos is trying really hard to win this third one. Here's Acosta with the serve. And it's a nice serve. Here's the set over to the left side, and a mishit by Pecos over on the left side, and it is tied 22-22.
Well, we finished every set pretty strong, and That's great. 4 straight points to tie it up.
All right, here's Acosta serving again for the Prowlers. Nice one into the middle. And a set backwards. Oh, that's going to be a kill by Pecos from the right side. Pecos gets the point. They lead 23-22.
We all got caught looking, and everyone started squeezing into the middle, and they just pushed it to the outside and got the easy point. Big point here. We need this.
Yes, we do. Here's the serve by the Lady Eagles. Maldonado digs it out. Attempted kill from midcourt by Arcides. Punched across. We punch it back. That is a nice punch out for a kill. And that ties the game again. That's an M&J Fast Lube kill.
Well, the key to that, their one player tackled the libero, and that doesn't work. So we need this. This is a big, big point. Whoever gets this point will have set point.
Jocelyn Arcides serving. Low serve into the middle. Here's the set. The libero returns it for Pecos. Sofia Garcia tried to get a kill. Nice dig there by Maldonado. That was a great save. And there's a point, Fort Stockton. No. They saved it. That was in. A nice kill. I believe Sophia, right? Or was it Kaylin?
I think that was Reeves.
Okay.
I think.
It is match point for the Prowlers. Match point, not just game point. Okay. Here is Arcides. Serve, dug out by Pecos. They punch it across. Fort Stockton digs it out. Fort Stockton returns it. Here's the dig and the set. And that is a Fort Stockton win here, 25-23 over Pecos in game number 3. So a close game in game 3, but Fort Stockton manages the sweep over Pecos, 25-23. So Fort Stockton moves to 2-1 in district play, and Pecos falls to 0-3. We'll be back with the entire district standings. We'll be back in a moment.
Always a good time at Joe's Place Cantina, located in historic downtown behind the Community Theater at 216 West 1st. Joe's Place offers specialty cocktails, cold beer on tap, tacos, tortas, and more, served in 3 different areas, including a covered patio and backyard bars, while listening and dancing to a wide variety of music or watching the big game. Also karaoke nights on Thursdays. Joe's Place open Wednesdays from 8 to 12 and Thursday through Saturday from 6 to 1, with family time and happy hour only from 6 to 8 p.m. Be sure to look at their Facebook page for upcoming events and information.
Looking for more ways to watch your favorite shows, sports, and movies? With BBT, it's simple. When you sign up for our Work and Play internet plan, you'll get a free Roku device and $10 in monthly streaming credits. Enjoy hundreds of channels, including popular Spanish language favorites like Univision, Undimas, and Telemundo, all with reliable local internet you know and trust. Call 800-592-4781 or order online 24/7 at BigBend.com. BBT, reliable, local, and connected.
Alamo Tire and Auto Repair presents the $5 Club. Get $5 flat repairs, $5 tire rotations, $5 brake pad thickness checks, $5 vehicle unlock services, $5 vehicle jump starts, $5 computer diagnostics, and lots more. For information, call 432-242-7092 or visit them at 2709 West Dickinson. That's Alamo Tire and Auto Repair. Your health matters. At Cactus Health Services, we believe quality health care should be accessible to everyone. That's why we offer a sliding fee program, making your visits more affordable based on your income. Whether it's a checkup, managing a condition, or preventative care, we're here for you. Call us today at 432-336-8110 to learn more, or visit us at 700 North Main Street in Fort Stockton, because your health should always come first. Cactus Health Services, caring for our community one patient at a time.
All right, we're back to wrap up the volleyball match here tonight at Pecos. Fort Stockton wins all 3 games. It was fairly close, especially that third game, but 25-21. 25-17, 25-23. That's your BBT scoreboard for the match. Fort Stockton wins it 3-0 here tonight. 2 wins in a row in district for Fort Stockton, beating Monahans and Pecos.
Well, it is in big ones, and we've moved into second place, I guess, with Greenwood. So and which will, we've got some tough games coming up. But our district's very even. You know, Pecos is in last, but they play pretty well.
All right, Andrews is now 3-0 after a win over Seminole tonight. Greenwood got a win also over Monahans. They're 2-1. Fort Stockton is also 2-1, and we've beaten Monahans and Pecos, and lost a close match to Seminole. And then Seminole is at 1-2 now, and Monahans at 1-2, and Pecos is at 0-3. So, Darren, it's going to be interesting. We've got Andrews on the road Saturday at noon or so, and probably later than that, I'm guessing. And then we will face Greenwood at home next Tuesday night. And by the way, the Panthers take on Big Spring in football Friday night in Big Spring.
Let's got lots going on, so get involved.
All right, that's going to wrap it up from Pecos. Ken Ripley and Darren Hodges saying good night from Pecos. You've been listening to Fort Stockton High School Prowler Volleyball on KFST, AM and FM, KFSTradio.com, and the KFST YouTube page. Brought to you by Amistad Motors, Bienvenidos Mexican Food Restaurant, Bucks Loop Center, Pecos County State Bank, the Steakhouse Restaurant, Sawyer Insurance, the First National Bank, Adenanda Sanitation, K-Bob Steakhouse, Citibank, Alamo Tire and Auto Repair, Heritage Funeral Home, M&J Fast Loop, Julie's Easy Press, M&J Trucking, Weiss Tire Pros, Joe's Place and Cantina, United Country Real Estate, and Jones Leasing. Also by Designer Carpets and Interiors, Permian Basin Abstract, the Guadalajara Mexican Grill, Cactus Health Services, Porky's Ice House, Salceda Family Medicine and Urgent Care, CTG Express, Contessa Ready Mix, Fort Stockton Insurance Agency, Fort Stockton ISD, Ram Country of Fort Stockton, Triple G Oilfield Supply, West Texas Eye Care, West Texas Cinema, Array Radiance Med Spa, Air Lawn Furniture and Appliance, and by BBT. Thanks for tuning in for Prowler Volleyball.